Hello everyone and welcome back to DMG. I want to say first, I'm filming at my bathroom counter today, which might sound strange, but well, you'll see in a little while why. So the sound is probably going to be a little more echoey. I apologize for that, and of course we get the lovely reflection of the lights here. But anyway, why I'm at my bathroom sink today is we're dealing with a waterproof camera that's full of water. There we go, you can see it. Here, listen to this. It's not. Look, it's got bubbles in it. It is full of water. And, yeah, so basically I took this to a lake to, use it as a camera. And, apparently it doesn't live up to its waterproof claims. So today we're going to disassemble it. It's been like this for a few hours. I opened the door facing up to take the memory card out and it was soaking wet. So I soaked the memory card in alcohol and it actually works, so I'll show you the photos in a little bit. But anyway, I'm gonna open this now and you can see, oh yeah, there's a bit of water in there. Oh! That's more than a bit of water. Oh my god. Wow, that's, oh, and it's like all gross and sticky from the rubber. Listen to that. That was all inside my camera. Oh. So yeah, basically, I was holding the camera, it was working, it was doing fine. Then I looked down a few minutes later and the screen has gone all splotchy and it's kind of like this, there's water. A few minutes earlier I noticed condensation on the lens, but I hadn't thought anything of it. I thought it was on the outside, but no, it must have been on the inside. Now, I took a look at this camera on the channel a little over a year ago. It was like, I think it was September-ish, maybe August, September of 2022. I took a look at this camera. And it's overall just really not that good. So this is kind of a fitting end for a camera that lived up to none of the rest of its claims, such as HD. I just can't believe how much water was in it though. That's pretty impressive. Like, I had no idea there was even that much space in here. I'm just really glad the lithium battery has not done what lithium batteries do yet. That'll be something that immediately gets recycled, because I do not want to be using a previously moistened battery in any of my projects. Ah, so that's just a faceplate. That was full of water, like under the faceplate as well. Different screw head here. That's a very small head. Is that like a reset button? That's a button right there, this little black bit. That's interesting. I would think it might be labeled on the board, but honestly, on second thought, it won't be. Now this may have been where water got in. Like right here, because that's microphone and speaker. I think microphone is this one on the left, and speaker is that one on the right. But I can't be exactly sure. We will find out once we are inside. Ah, that's how it comes out. Oh, wow. Oh, that is cheap. Oh, so yeah, that must be where water got in, because this is a terrible construction. The seal is just not good at all. Okay, we got like a speaker. These are pretty standard. They're used in phones. And yeah, it just pulls right out of the board. No desoldering. Sweet. So the speakers and microphones are behind these little like silicone membranes. That's usually how it's done in a waterproof device. And honestly, I don't have a complaint with that. That's how it's supposed to be done. And that's surprising. Also, yeah, that's a button. And it's right by the microcontroller. So I do believe that was a reset button. Right here, it looks like a little face shocked at the state it's in. It's got an LED there. I guess that was flash. I never used it because I bet it does not look very good. And also, I don't even recall there being a menu option for flash. $450 milliamp hour battery. Ooh. Yeah. I'm glad nothing has happened to this yet, but I will go dispose of it safely. Then our micro SD, sorry, not micro, just regular SD reader. There's water down inside the lens. We've got a fixed focus lens here on probably an awful image sensor. Let me peel off the sticker on this microcontroller and see who was responsible for this atrocity. A bit of the label here has come off, but on the microcontroller there's a Pi logo and the model number starts with PM. And we have a date code of 2012-0302 on the board here. So that gives you an idea of when this was new, so over 10 years ago. But still, for 2012, this was a really bad camera. I have a 2008 camera that looks better than this. Come on. Ooh, that's a moist display. Ooh, we've got another microcontroller under here. We've got a date code of 2012-316 on the screen. So like early-ish 2012 is what we're looking at here. It has adhesive strips on the back of the screen, but they're actually not peeled. Yeah, I just peeled the adhesive strips. So, in the factory, they didn't even take the time to stick it down properly. That's sad. Now this screen... Okay, it's full of water, but if it wasn't, these are actually kind of useful. But not when they're full of water. Sorry, I'm looking in the camera viewfinder because I can't really see it. SPCA 15278-HLD 0 or 8. I can't quite tell. But I assume that's like the main CPU. And this one was just for the camera. So it could have been like video processing, or it could have just handled like, I don't know, white balance or something like that. Image sensors are pretty cool to look at though, because it looks like an exposed CPU die. Right, here's our lens. It's plastic, so it's not good at all. Now here's our image sensor. It's very small. But yeah, there it is. Image sensor chips don't have a top on the package, obviously because they need to see out. But that makes them pretty cool to look at. So conclusion of today's video. Don't buy a $15 waterproof camera because it's not waterproof. I'm gonna go look at the photos, like the final photos, and see what they look like, because I actually haven't looked at the pictures. I've just gotten them from the micro SD card onto one of my NVMe's. So I'm gonna responsibly dispose of this stuff, keep the stuff that I do want, which is literally just the speaker, and then we'll go check that out. Remember to responsibly dispose of your electronics. Of course that was a joke. Don't actually put it in the toilet. Alright, now that I'm done picking up the bits of that camera, I say we might as well look at the final videos that I took on it, see if they're any good. So first, we got a picture here. It truly was a beautiful waterfall, and this camera doesn't really capture it that well, which is probably why it drowned itself. But Up here you can see, well, you can hopefully kind of try and see, there were ripples reflecting off the water onto the cliffside here, and those just didn't get picked up too well. That's the same picture, but at a slightly different angle. Then here's the waterfall itself. I don't know how many people are triangulating my location from, you know, just the pictures of this waterfall and being like, oh, that's that waterfall that I've been to, but I actually live like an hour away, so I drove this far just to break my camera. But, I mean, there wasn't much water, and, which is probably why you can't really see it. I mean, the cliffs here, the dithering, I mean, you can barely see the edges of rocks. It just looks like one gray mass. The production line for this camera may as well have just ended in a landfill. It's not good. Like, a Sony Mavica from the 90s would look better. I took that picture, and I'm not ashamed. I took that picture, and I'm not ashamed. Okay, that's actually a pretty good-looking one. Well, you know, the position is good-looking, not the actual photo. You can kind of see the ripples, and you can kind of see the waterfall. And that's a garbage picture. That's at a bit of an angle, but that doesn't look half bad. This one's really smudgy. The next one I can't show because it has one of my friends in it. Then the next one is also really smudgy. Ooh, a video. Then the next one is just, it looks a little smudged. It looks blended together, like especially on the waves down here. But, I mean, it picks up the green color decently well. Wait, that was just two of pretty much the same photo in a row. Okay, sorry, I just got confused there. Then more of this. And, that's the best looking one yet, but it's smeared. And then just more of these. And then some videos that we'll watch right now. Oh. I think you can hear that awful sound. That's what the microphone on this thing sounds like. Half of that is like interference, and the other half of that is poorly picked up water sounds. I'm gonna turn my desktop volume down because that's really annoying. You can see the frame rate is pretty low. Here we got some rocks. What was I trying to film here? Oh, I think this was when I threw it into the water. Did I just give it a thumbs up? I won't play the whole thing, but like... cut that out. Oh, this is when I put it in the water, like face down, and I just kind of let it float. And with the waves, like, moving it around, it looked like this, and it was really awful. There were some fish I was trying to film, but I don't think I actually caught the fish on camera. Because there legitimately were fish. But they, yeah, no fish here. This is the final photo, or video, I guess, that this took. Now, oh, it has corrupted media information, because it just ended so abruptly, the recording. So, usually what you have to do here is just, because the camera didn't timestamp the end of the recording. It didn't say it's ending the recording just ended because the camera broke. So I'll just flip through it slowly like this, and we can kind of get an idea. So here I was swimming while holding it. Those were some rocks, maybe? I have no idea. If this was at a higher resolution, it might look good. Oh, that's a good freeze frame. Those are people I don't want to dock, so I just skipped a little bit. Then we've got, there are the ripples on the side. We'll see if it picked those up. Oh yeah, I can't hit play, I forgot. Another beautiful freeze frame. And then more swimming, holding the camera. Now I think I was trying to put it under the waterfall to see what it would look like. Okay, so the last frame is me holding it underwater, and then it just ends. So the death of the camera wasn't very eventful. Do I still have that video where I put it in the sink? Sorry, I'm looking. Because I have a video where I put it in the sink, and it's pretty funny. I have some other videos from this camera of other waterfalls while it still worked. Here it is, yes! This is my dorm sink. Yeah, so I figured out before that it was waterproof. Why is it so blue? That is not natural. What did I put in the sink? But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I don't know what this video is and why the CRT is so out of sync. But that's it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't buy this camera. And see you next time. Oh, I accidentally timed that really well. Wow, that was kind of cool.